Listen, you are not going to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, nothing if you keep this up.
My life be like, yeah. My life be like,
hey guys, it's your girl Ebony. I am back with another video, and today I am sure you guys are reading the title and you are probably concerned, confused, but don't worry, y'all. I'm going to clear everything up in just a second. But before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. I'm not even gonna keep y'all waiting long. Let's get into this. I don't even really know how to begin. How many of us go on our phones to simply check one thing and magically just end up on our phone for like an hour, 2 hours, maybe more? I don't know about y'all, but I'm very guilty of that. We say, I only going on Instagram to check this post or to check this flyer or to check this page or to check with this person, and then we just end up on there forever. And then before we know it, we switching through social media apps, and then before we know it, we have wasted so much time and neglected what we were originally supposed to be doing. Hi guys, my name is Ebony and I'm addicted to social media. I know some people are gonna look at this and probably laugh and say addicted to social media, wow, that's not real. It is. It is definitely real. I don't even really know how else to put that. All I could say is that it's real. And I am more than sure that I am not the only person that is struggling with this issue. I promise y'all, I have recorded this video and something similar to it already. I edited it and everything, and I literally just deleted it because I hated it, because it honestly didn't feel real. Like, I had all these points drawn up and all this stuff, and it really just wasn't heartfelt to me. So I decided to take a break, take a minute, regroup, and come back. And I promise y'all, I don't have any select points. I don't have none of that. I honestly just wanted to talk to y'all. I would say I didn't really realize how bad it was until this year. Honestly, I didn't really realize how much time I spent on social media, and I didn't hold myself accountable to it until this year. I don't know about you guys, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm sure on Sundays, if you have an iPhone and you have your screen time set up, it's going to tell you how much time you spent on your phone a day, well, through the week. And my screen time had gotten so bad that it was 11 hours, I think, one day. And I was just like, if you work 8 hours a day, how are you finding the 11 to be on your phone? Like, it was literally ridiculous. And one of the worst things that social media has done for me was it created FOMO for me. If you don't know what FOMO is the fear of missing out. It's literally like the anxiety you feel when you think something is going on, or people are a part of something or doing something or have something that you don't have, or that is better than what you have. Social media, though it can be used so positively to reach out to people, help people grow, to, you know, do life with people, have community, it's also so detrimental to mental health. I struggled so much with being content in my life because I would go on social media and literally look at my peers, look at what everybody else is doing, and I'd just be like, so why am I not doing that? Why don't I have that? Why am I here and they're there? I feel like it's a slap in the face to God. Like, God has blessed me so much in my life, and for me to turn around and say, yeah, that's cool or whatever, but I want that. I want what they have. I want what they're doing because of what people post on social media. It is such a slap in the face to him for all that he has done for me and he continues to do for me. Social media has honestly come in between like friendships and relationships for me. Like, I neglected the people around me. I neglected Ashton, I neglected my family and the friends I had around me because I was focusing so much more on what people were doing on the social media platforms that I have. And it got to a point where I had to sit down and say, Ebony, what are you doing? Has anybody else ever been there? Like, you just really have to sit down with yourself and say, what are you doing really? I have honestly and truthfully been praying that God helps me to break the desire that I have for social media, because I could be on there all day. I'm not even gonna lie. I am that person that can literally pointlessly scroll for hours. Like TikTok, oh my goodness, y'all don't even know. I feel like I have let social media take a lot more from me than it has given to me. The Bible tells us that godliness with contentment is great gain. So I am now in a space where I'm growing more and more content with what I already have, because everything I have is a blessing. And honestly, y'all, social media is not real life. Social media is people posting the better parts of themselves for you to think that everything in their life is great, but it's not. And we never know what people go through behind the scenes on their social media. Celebrities, YouTubers, TikTokers, actors, like, we don't know what their actual lives are like. We only know what they allow us to see. We don't know when people are crying late night, when people are crying out to God on their knees, begging, praying, you know, feeling like, you know, this is it for them, like feeling like they're at their wits' ends. Like, we don't know how long people have been depressed and worried before they could even take that picture. We let social media tell us how our lives are meant to be lived. And if you're not living your life a certain way, then you're not living. Not true. Wrong. Cut it out. That's not it. I am slowly getting better. I still have mornings where I wake up and say, at 9 a.m. I'm getting up, I'm getting out of bed, and I'm doing what I have to do. But in reality, when I wake up, 9 to 10, I lay down and spend it scrolling. And before you know it, it's like time for me to get up and get ready for work. And by that time, I hadn't taken the time to spend time with God that I usually should in the morning. I haven't read my Bible, done my devotion, listened to worship music. Like, I haven't done anything. I don't know who else is battling with this, but what I want to tell you is that you are 100% capable of breaking out of it. It is not easy, and it definitely takes time, but that is where your self-discipline and self-control is going to have to come in. Because if you're not careful with the negative aspects of social media, it would literally take over your life. And before you know it, you're not even able to live in the real world because you're so focused on the social world. Sometimes, y'all, it is so okay to just disconnect. Don't let social media and society tell you that everything that you have that's worth having has to be posted. Some things you can enjoy in the moment and keep those memories on your heart. You don't always have to have a picture. You don't always have to have a video. Sometimes you just have to embrace the moment as it is and not get a picture of it. And honestly, some of the best moments I've had in my life have not been recorded, don't have any pictures. You just enjoy the moment with people. A few of the things you can do to, you know, curb your addiction is set up downtime on your phone to lock yourself out of the apps that you crave the most. I've done this multiple times where at 9:30, 10:30 p.m. I am locked out of all my socials and I put my phone down and embrace my surroundings, spend time with Ashton, spend time with God. Just take some time away from taking in all of the energy and the personalities from social media. It works. It is a great way to get you to focus on what's in front of you, honestly. 2, find a hobby. That's straightforward. If you have a lot of idle time and you realize you spend a lot of your idle time on social media, that means you have time to pick up a hobby, pick up a skill, do something. There are so many things that you can start doing that you can implement in your life that will help you put your phone down and like just be more present. 3, get active. Working out. When you're working out and you deep in that workout, you don't have time to be on your phone. Like, go outside. I don't know about y'all, but at some point, especially during this pandemic and during quarantine, I was inside like 7 days straight. Like, I did not feel the sun. I was getting pale, like, and I really had to realize, girl, you need to get outside. So I started walking. Like, every morning I would go outside, do a lap, 3 laps, 5 laps, just walking, taking in sun, taking in nature, getting in some vitamin D, you know, appreciating God's creation, because the world is beautiful and you won't really get to enjoy it if you just inside on your phone all the time. And last but not least, disconnect completely. Sometimes you need to fast from social media. I have done a social media fast. I probably fast from social media, I don't know, a couple of times a year, y'all, because sometimes I really lose touch with reality, with myself and with God, and I really have to tell myself, listen, you are not going to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, nothing, if you keep this up. Ashlyn was telling me that I think LeBron James does, is it LeBron? Y'all, don't come for me. I think it was him. He does something called 0 Dark 30, where he just like focuses on basketball and just focuses on himself, getting himself ready for the season. Michael Todd does it every year. He goes on sabbatical. When he comes back, he always has a fire sermon series. Like, take time away, disconnect from the world so you could reconnect with yourself, reconnect with God. Like, get in the zone, you know? Use that time to figure out what God is asking you to do in that season, in that moment, in that space. Because what you feed grows, guys. So the more you feed yourself, social media and the world and everything going on, the less you feed your spirit. But the more you take time away from the world and zero in on God, zero in on yourself, then the more you'll accomplish in your life, the closer you get to achieving and fulfilling God's purpose for your life. Things like that. You know, the Bible tells us not to conform to the things of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Sometimes you got to disconnect to renew your mind, get your mind in the zone where it needs to be for you to do what you got to do. That's all I have to share with y'all. I hope this video helps somebody, anybody. If it does, y'all leave a white heart in the comments if you made it this far. I appreciate y'all for listening and vibing with me. But until next time, your girl Eb is out!